I bought a box. I bought a box of books. Hi and welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Sam and today I'm in a little bit of a different setup, as you can probably tell. I noticed on some of my other videos whenever I upload, the natural light just kind of washes me out for the first few days until YouTube makes it actually look like it was filmed. So I thought I'd try a different setup with some artificial light instead of the natural light. Let me know in the comments if this looks any better or if it looks worse. Just be honest with me. But in today's video, I wanted to share some books that I've bought recently. But I say recently, yesterday. But yeah, I went to this really amazing place called 66Books in Hemel Hempstead near London. And basically it's this book warehouse where you can go. It's open to the public like one weekend every month. So it's kind of like this weird exclusive kind of mystery club. And basically you pay £2 membership for the year and you get 70% off every book and every item in that book warehouse. And let me tell you, it is incredible. 70% off of these they're not completely new releases, like you won't see like the newest books in there, but you'll see newer kind of books for the past few years that have been published in there, and it's just like brand new books for 70% off. It's just so cool. And I was recently on a book buying ban on my Instagram. If you want to follow that, there's there. But I was in a book buying ban from Zoe, Christine and Mo and Sarah. I'll add them in the comment below. But they were doing this Broke Bitches book buying ban where you do a bingo board and you have to fill all the prompts and you can only buy a book for when you fill a bingo. And I finished that the other day. So I thought, what better way to celebrate that than just to completely ruin the whole point of that and just go buy more books. Not even in moderation. I bought so many books. But hey, the book buying ban's over, so you can't blame me, right? But yeah, when I say I bought a lot of books, I bought a box. I bought a box of books. Now, this actually has the address on, so if you want to visit 66 Books, can you see that? There's the address. It's in Hemel Hempstead near London, but if you need the address, it's there. I'll also put it in the description in case you want to see that. Yeah, let's open up this box and I'll show you what I got. I got 15 books in total, and I got £190 worth of books for 53 quid. I'm so happy. And this was kind of a birthday trip for me. My birthday is not yet, and it was not when I went to this, but my birthday is on the 11th of August. And this was kind of like a pre-trip because obviously it's only open one weekend a month and it wasn't the weekend of my birthday. So we went early, but this was kind of my birthday treat. I went with my mum and yeah, I bought loads of books. So I wanted to go through this box and show you. You can't even see the box, but it's on my lap. So yeah, I am just going to go from one end to the other and I'll show you all the books I got. So the first one, let's start off strong. We have the Heartstopper yearbook, which I'm so happy this was in here. I've been watching this for so long, but I just couldn't justify to myself. Obviously, I was on a book buying ban, but before that, I was looking at this as well. And I was like, I can't justify spending like £12 on a book this small, even though it's Heartstopper. I love Heartstopper. I'm watching season 2 right now. Oh my god, I'm at the Paris bit. It's so good. But yeah, I just couldn't justify it to myself because I was like, I'm a uni student. I shouldn't be buying books like this for this price. But I found this in here, 70% off. It was about £4 with that. So I was like, I can't not. My whole mentality in this warehouse was like, everything is just so cheap. Let's just throw whatever we want in the basket and we'll regret it later. But yeah, I got the Heartstopper yearbook and I'm so happy and I'm so excited to read this. Then the next one we have here is Idle Burning. Now this one I saw in a shop when I was in uni, the city. I saw this in a shop and I was like, oh, that is pretty interesting. And then I opened it up. And it's £14.99 for this. For this. You want me to spend £14.99 on that? I don't think so. So I was kind of like, you know what, I'll put it on my Goodreads want to buy list and then we'll forget about it for now. But yeah, I found this in the warehouse. It was the only one on the shelf, so I assume someone picked it up and just put it on that shelf. Or maybe it just was the last one in the stock, but I saw this and I grabbed it and I was in disbelief. I was like, idle burning? Oh my god, I don't have to spend £14.99. So this obviously worked out to around £4 as well. But yeah, I'm so happy to have this one. Yeah. And then the next one, I'm just rushing through. The next one is a sapphic sci-fi. That's literally all I know about this book. It also has a really pretty cover. But I see this one a lot, but I never see anyone like discussing what the actual plot is. I just see people going, this book is amazing, I love this book. So hopefully I'm like that. And this one is by Becky Chambers. I haven't been saying who they're by, whoops. But yeah, this one is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. So yeah, there's that. You probably recognise this cover. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I don't know. Sapphic sci-fi is all I know, and I can't wait to read it and know what the hype is about. Then the next one I have is one I have just started, because who knew that when you buy a book and you read it straight away, you actually feel really good about yourself. There's this one down here. You see that. That's You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. I bought that and then I just read it when I got home. And a few days after that, I didn't read it in one sitting. But yeah, I just read it straight away and I was like, oh my god, buying a book and then actually reading it is actually feels good. So I'm trying to do that a bit more now. But yeah, I've started this one and it's called Within These Wicked Walls. And this was actually the first one that I chucked in my basket because I just recognised the cover. I had a quick look at the synopsis and it was like, this exorcist has to exercise get rid of the ghouls in this like castle in the desert. And I was like, oh my god, an exorcist? I've not read a book about an exorcist before. I want to read about that. So I've got this one. It's a YA. It's by Lauren Blackwood. And yeah, I've started it. I've read the first chapter and it has me intrigued already. It's a very intriguing book. Yeah, that's the first one I put in my basket. And now the next one is a scratch I had the itch after reading XOXO, which is kind of like a romance between a K-pop star and just a normal person. And I was like, I want to read more books with K-pop and like someone in a K-pop band and that kind of world of secret romance, because obviously they can't ruin their image. It's so stupid that people get so mad when K-pop idols have like significant others or girlfriends or boyfriends. Like, chill out. But yeah, I wanted to read more books with the K-pop element in, and I saw this one called K-pop Confidential, which is about a girl group. And yeah, I was like, I have to read this. I really want to read more K-pop books, so here it is, literally in the title. So yeah, K-pop Confidential by Stephen Lee. The next one I have is one that I saw. I remember seeing it ages and ages ago. And then I saw it again in a Jack Edwards video, his banned books video. And that is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. So yeah, I thought I'd give this a go. The cover's really cool. I like that it's like split into different segments. I have no clue what's this about. I'm guessing it's about a guy and his friend Earl and a dying girl. I have no clue. But yeah, it's also a major motion picture apparently. So yeah, again, literally know nothing about these books. I just bought them because 70% off. And I had no self-restraint. It was my birthday. Well, it's not my birthday yet, but it was my birthday trip. I'm just gonna buy books. So yeah, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl. The next book is a book from a series that I read when I was much younger. Well, I say the series. I read the first book and I didn't read the second one. And this is the third book and it's called Earthfall Redemption. And this is a sci-fi book about aliens invading Earth. In the first book, we kind of see these aliens just appear and they play like a frequency, and then they have control over all the adults, but then the main character, whose name's Sam, like that's so cool. I love books with my name in it. But the main character called Sam is not affected by this, and he's kind of in this world all by himself. He's in the world by himself. Everyone has been taken away by these aliens who are still patrolling the streets, and he's just kind of trying to survive. And then he runs into some other people that haven't been affected by the aliens' mind control. And we kind of see that. So this is the third book in that series. I need to finish this series. The second one I kind of half read, and then there was like some weird element that I wasn't expecting. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put this down for now. But yeah, I saw this and I thought, why not? Let's finish the series that I loved as a kid. Now, we're getting there. The next one is The End We Start From by Megan Hunter. Now this one is about Britain that has kind of been washed away. It's under the tides and the whole country has kind of changed with this development, and this woman who was living in London just gives birth, and the baby kind of comes into this world of kind of destruction and newness, because you have to figure out how to live in this destroyed world. I'm guessing it has themes of climate change if it's going to be about a flooded England. And yeah, it just caught my eye. It looks like a very quick read because it's written in like short paragraphs like that. So hopefully it'll be a quick read and I'll let you know what it was like. But yeah, that's the next book. The next one, the last paperback that I got. So all these paperbacks were around £2.70, except Idle Burning and Hot Stopper Yearbook because they were expensive for no reason. But the next one I got is a memoir from a comedian I like. So I read one recently by Catherine Ryan. And this one is by Sarah Millican and it's called How to Be a Champion, which is kind of her thing. She likes to call people champion. And yeah, I actually saw her live and she's very funny. I really like her. So I thought, I saw this, I didn't even know she had a book. I thought I'll pick this up and give it a go and see what she has to say. Then we're going to move on to the hardbacks, and this box is like really uncomfortable to sit with on my lap, and I feel like I'm talking really quick. I'm sorry, but I just don't want to take up too much of your time. But this next book gripped me straight away when I read the first paragraph of the description, and I'll show you that in a moment. But that is Blood Sugar by Saoirse Rothschild. Now let me read you the first paragraph of this description because it is it is weird. So, when Ruby was a child growing up in Miami, she saw a boy from her school struggling against the ocean waves while his parents were preoccupied. Instead of helping him, Ruby dove under the water and held his ankle down until he drowned. She waited to feel guilty, but she never did. What? So that's wild. And then it goes on to say that she's an adult now and she's killed like 3 people but is being accused of murdering someone she didn't, and it's like, is this crime that she didn't even commit going to be the one that gets her arrested and incarcerated? So this just sounds really fun, really interesting, and not one I would have thought to pick up, but that first line just grasped me and I was like, I have to pick this up. So in the basket it went. Yeah, that's Blood Sugar. Then we have When Ghosts Come Home, which is not something I feel like I would normally pick up. It's kind of a murder mystery, I feel, a thriller about a crashed abandoned plane and a dead body that washes up somewhere, and a daughter that returns home with secrets, and it's like this kind of thriller. Not something I normally pick up, but I just love this cover. I love the red and the white, and also I love the word ghosts. It just appeals to me, the GHO. It's like ghosts. I'm weird. I really like the word ghosts. So I had to pick this up. The cover intrigues me. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. I will let you know if this thriller is for me. Maybe I'm going to be a thriller person from now on, but who knows. Then we have one that was just blind trust for Christine from the Ruby's Digest again. Christine and Mo, I could not sing their praises enough, because as soon as I started like listening to their book recommendations and I read like The Space Between Worlds, I was like, damn, they know what they're talking about. So check out the Ruby Digest. But this one is the one I saw Christine talking about, and it's called Olga Dies Dreaming. No clue what it's about. I guess a girl called Olga Dies Dreaming. But I just remember seeing Christine holding this up and talking about this. So yeah, I picked it up immediately and I was like, oh, I recognise that cover. It's from Christine's video. So I just put it in my basket and yeah, we're here now. So yeah, I am a sucker for Christine and Mo's recommendations because they're just so good. Then we have, let's go with Mallory. Mallory, this is the sequel to Bird Box. Bird Box being the famous film that went off the rails and people were driving with blindfolded. That Bird Box. But it was originally a book, which I read the other month. I got it on the cruise vlog. This is the sequel. I'm very intrigued where the sequel is going to go. Apparently it has the premise of someone from the previous book that we thought was dead comes back, and Mallory learns about this and she goes after them. But like, I'm trying to think who it could be. Like, there is an obvious choice, but I kind of feel like it'll be her parents. Now that's not a spoiler because they're only in the first part of the book. But I think she kind of loses contact with her parents, so I feel like maybe she'll go after her parents, but like I think maybe they're implied to be dead. I literally don't know who it could be if it's not the obvious choice, which I won't say because that is a spoiler. But this is the sequel to Bird Box. It's just called Mallory, which is the main character, and this is one of the last books I saw. I just kind of was like looking up and went, I know that book. I'm going to grab that one. And I was like reaching because there's no ladders, and because it's a warehouse, they have these giant shelves. So sometimes you're just trying to like reach up and grab the books. But yeah, we have Mallory. And then we have this book, which I was doing a little research last night when I was looking into these, and this is the sequel. I bought the sequel. Now, I was thinking of this one, which is actually on the cover of this one. I'm so stupid. But it was this one. I saw Jack Edwards. I never had interest in it, but then Jack Edwards was like, oh yeah, this queer book. And I was like, queer? I need to read this. So I picked it up thinking it was this one, but this is actually the sequel. So now I have the sequel to a book that I want to read. Yeah, that's just a normal reader struggle, I guess, is buying the sequel rather than the book. I guess I'll have the sequel ready for when I read the first one. Maybe I'll audiobook the first one and then I won't have to buy it. But yeah, I have a sequel to a book I haven't read. And then the last one in this box. The last one in the box. I can throw that box away now. I've been keeping that box just for this video. But yeah, we have Our Share of Night, which is humongous. This is the last book I put in my basket. And this one just caught me and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go since it's so cheap. But this one is kind of like a cult book. I think it's like this guy, Gasper is 6 years old when the Order first comes to him. So this Order performs like dark rituals, and his dad was originally doing the dark rituals for this Order, but then something must happen to his dad where he runs away or something, and the Order is now after the son. And this book is about the father and son trying to escape this dark evil Order who wants to use them for their own benefit, and the father and son just want to get out of the way and live normal lives. That sounds really intriguing. I love the cover. I love like gold nails. That's so cool. And I'm like, nails. I wish I had those. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go because it was so cheap. So yeah, that is all the books I bought from 66 Books. Now, before we go, you'll see in the footage that I'll show in a moment. Actually, I'll play it now. So yeah, in that footage you can see I also went to WH Smith, but I didn't buy anything there. But I also went to Waterstones and The Works, which were in this small town called St Albans, which is near 66 Books. And you know what? After buying loads of cheap books, I decided to spend money on full price books because I'm weird like that. But yeah, from Waterstones, I just wanted to point out these books because they're so beautiful and I didn't want to just leave them out. I bought the Threads That Bind, which is a Greek retelling. I'm not sure about what. I'm guessing the Threads of Fate. But the Threads That Bind. And then we have The Grace of Kings, which is a high fantasy that I saw randomly on Instagram, and I like the description about like these two friends that are both trying to rebel against the Empire but in different rebellions, which is really interesting, and they kind of form an unlikely friendship. I'm really interested. I just want like a strong friendship throughout a big fantasy series, like Lord of the Rings, Sam and Frodo, but the friends meet in the first book and become really close at the end book. I just want that. So I thought I'd give this one a go. The Grace of Kings. And then we have the last one I bought at Waterstones was Mr. Magic. I was going to say the Magic Man. The Magic Man. But no, this is Mr. Magic, and this is about, there was like a TV show for kids filming. So think Wizards of Waverly Place, think Zack and Cody, think World's End, think Sparkle Mystery, those kind of shows. There was one of those filming about this magic man and these like group of kids that were the actors and they were all friends. And then one day something horrible happens on set and all the records of this show were wiped. No one remembers it apart from the really dedicated fans. And obviously the child stars in the show, and then 30 years later the child stars are brought back together on a different set and things start to happen, and it just sounded really fun, and it's really short as well, so I thought I'd give this one a go. It gave me the Final Girl support group vibes, even though it's not about that kind of thing, but it's just like a murder mystery kind of book. So yeah, I thought I'd give that one a go. And then the last book I'll bother you with in this 16 minutes so far, 17 minutes video is Glitterland, which is, funnily enough, the same author as the Boyfriend material, which I also want to read, but I didn't notice until I bought this one. But this was £3 from the works, so like, I had to get it. It just seems like a short, fun, queer read. So yeah, I had to get this, and it was only £3, so how could I not? Yeah, they're all the books that I bought today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was very quick. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice in a minute from talking this fast, but I just wanted to get these books out there. I wanted to hold myself accountable because hopefully now they're on film, I'll actually read these books. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all the amazing books that you can get from this this place if you want to visit. 66 Books. There you go. There's the address if you want that again. But yeah, I just wanted to show all the amazing books that I got, and yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section if you've read any of these, if you have any thoughts on them. I'll be happy to hear your thoughts, and hopefully we can all get along. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.